So I spend entirely way too much money on Google products. I just got the Pixel 4. Now I got the Google Wi-Fi. I got all kind of Nest products and Google Minis and cameras and displays. I've been waiting a long time for this one specifically. I was about to get a Mesh system and I was looking around for a bunch of them, and I was going to be thinking about getting the old Google Wi-Fi. But I had a hunch that this was about to be released. It got announced, pre-ordered mine immediately, and it's here. So let's do the unboxing. Let's set this thing up and see if the hype is real. So this is the 2-pack with the router and the point. I got the mist color, and you know the router only comes in white. Figured the mist color was pretty cool. This isn't Wi-Fi 6, which was a letdown because I just thought that was just ideally what would happen when they released this. But I guess they were trying to save us some money and not include Wi-Fi 6 because there's not that many Wi-Fi 6 devices available to utilize. Box, not really much going on around the box. Let's open up the plastic. Finally get to use my unboxing knife. Last couple packages had like quick release tabs, but yeah, let's cut this thing open. Boom. Let's crack this thing open. It's opening anytime now. Here we go. Cool. So let's look at the puck real quick. It's actually smaller than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be a little larger than this, but you can see there's 4 microphones on the top, have the mute switch and the power plug port. It's using a barrel port. Google Minis, and I believe everything else used USB-C. I know the cameras use USB-C and the Minis use micro USB, but I'm not sure why they decided to go with the barrel jack. I really wish it was USB-C, so I have options of how I want to power this. Here goes the actual router. It's just white, nothing on top but a Google logo. It also has 2 Ethernet ports and also the barrel for the port for the charging. Not much going on design wise. It's pretty simple. But what else is in the box? Some get started guide. We also have 2 charging cables. So 1, 2, the little Google logo on it. It's the same plug as the Google Mini plug as far as what plugs into the wall. It's just the ends of it has changed. It's using this barrel jack instead of USB. This is the Ethernet cable, came inside this little box. I got a million of these, probably won't use this one. All right, so what I'm gonna do is go plug this in downstairs. I have a 2-story house, probably about 2,700 square feet. I'm just using one router right now. It's like an old Netgear router. It's been doing the job. I have gigabit internet, and I'm only getting up to like 400 down and about 400, sometimes 500 up with my existing router, and that's like when I'm downstairs. But when I'm upstairs, I'm getting like 100, 150 down, about 80, 70 up. I know some of you like, damn, that's fast, but it's good, but I'm paying for gigabit speeds. So I prefer to have as close to that as possible everywhere in my house. Hopefully this solves the problem. Give me a second. About to do the setup. Okay, setup is complete. Pretty simple process. Just use the Google Home app, add the router. Does do the same thing for the node. But if you want all the, I guess, the in detail information about your network, like see the devices that's connected and everything, you'd also have to download the Google Wi-Fi app. So everything is not currently in the Google Home app. I have to say though, I'm not impressed though as far as the performance. I'm getting significantly slower speeds than what I was getting on my old router. And downstairs, like close to my router, I was getting about 400 on a regular. With this router, I am barely getting about 250. So a good 150 drop off. And upstairs, where I was getting in my office, I was getting about 250 upstairs. With the router connected to the node, I'm getting about 179. And in the corner of my house where I had the worst signal, I was getting about 160 on my old router. The Nest Wi-Fi, I am getting 130, which is averaging about 130. I think I got a high of like a 140. So the performance is not quite it. I don't know, probably need to play around with the settings, read up some more about it, because I'm not quite sure what's going on. As far as the speeds, the router itself has the same specs as my old router, so that shouldn't be the issue there. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'll still play around with the settings some more. Maybe I did something wrong, not sure. But having the Nest, having Google Assistant built into the node is actually pretty cool. Sounds loud. And I like the light at the bottom, so like, what's the weather?
Right now in East Point it's 37 and clear. Tonight it's predicted to be 35 and partly cloudy. And tomorrow there'll be scattered showers.
Yeah, so I like that glowing light at the bottom. It's pretty cool. It's nice and small.
Sorry,
and blended.
I can't help with
Hey,
that yet.
Stop listening. All right, mute.
The mic's off.
Got a mute switch, so that's cool. But yeah, setup process is pretty easy. It's really simple. Performance, not so happy with. And I was actually hoping for this to be great. Maybe they should have added Wi-Fi 6. So I was about to end the video, but it was really bothering me that I couldn't figure out what was going on with the internet speeds. So I started doing some research to see if anybody else was having this problem. And then I found out that Amazon had an exclusive offer on the Nest Wi-Fi 2-pack that included 2 routers. And those 2 routers supported wired backhaul. So for people that don't know what wired backhaul is, it's pretty much like the way the mesh routers work. They have a third like wireless signal that they send back and forth to each other to transfer data, and that's how they create that mesh network. So instead of using a wireless connection between the 2 nodes, you use an Ethernet cord and you just pass that data back and forth that way, which will increase the speeds from your router to your point. Anyway, I went ahead and bought it. It came and I installed, pretty much came the 2 routers. So the packaging, I already unboxed it and everything. The packaging was pretty much the same. Instead of coming in 1 box, it came in 2 boxes, and both are routers. I connected it to the same thing. I connected one router downstairs to my modem, and I connected the other one upstairs in my office. I set up the Ethernet backhaul, and to my surprise, wow, I'm now getting 500 megabits down, roughly 500, sometimes a little over, sometimes a little under, down, and I was sometimes getting up to 600 up. But for the original set, I got the one with the point and the router. What really was happening is I should have used the Ethernet cables that came with the packaging. For some reason, the Ethernet cable that I was already using, which should have been, I think it's a Cat 6 cable, so I don't understand why I was having a problem. But once I switched the Ethernet cords out, my speeds were good again. But it was still roughly like 200 down upstairs, and I know I could get better, so that's why I went ahead and just grabbed this pack with the 2 routers and ran the wired backhaul, and now like I'm getting just as good speeds upstairs as downstairs. sometimes when I run the speed test, I was actually getting higher speeds upstairs than I was getting downstairs with the router being connected directly to the modem. So right now my setup is modem, router. I have a switch, and that switch connects all the Ethernet jacks in my house, and then I plug in the router that's to the Ethernet port, and so now it pretty much is like a direct link, a direct wired link from my router downstairs to the one upstairs, and I'm getting significantly faster speeds than I was with my previous router, and also faster speeds than using the point. With all that being said, I'm happy now. And now I can officially end the video. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. And if you have any questions about how I set this up, just drop me a comment below. I'll probably do like another follow-up video if I have any issues, or possibly I'll do another follow-up video of how the Nest Wi-Fi works with the Pixel, as well as Google Stadia whenever that comes, because literally I got all this stuff in preparation for that because I'm so excited about Stadia. And yeah, I want a very, very smooth experience. But that's it. It was another Joe Tech Talk. Thanks for watching. I'm out.